Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Flutter Boring Show. I'm here. My name is Philip. I'm a developer advocate on the Flutter team, and with me is Will. Will is an engineer on the material design team. Will, hi.
Great to be here, Philip. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was always gonna ask you, what does an engineer do on a material design team?
Well, we have different teams set up for all the different platforms, iOS, Android, web, and now Flutter. And we work on what we call the material components, which are, in the case of Flutter, the widgets in the material library, the things that implement material design and material theming. And we build them or maintain them or collaborate with the teams that are building them in order to keep them up to date and try to make them consistent across all the different platforms.
Nice. All right. So a lot of the widgets that we're using in an app like this are coming from you.
Well, I mean, I can't take all the credit myself. But yeah, my team is definitely always helping to make sure that they're up to date. And if we know anything's around the corner, then Flutter can get it at the same time as the other platforms,
Cool.
which is great.
So we were thinking, okay, so we have our Hacker News app, which, by the way, amazing.
I saw, I love it.
Yeah,
it's great.
So would you think that's like the top app that you've ever seen in terms of design?
Well, you're starting with material components, so you're already on the way. That's
Okay,
good.
good.
It's I think if we were to critique the look at the style at the moment, it's a little out of date or a little default or plain. There's probably some things that we could do with material theming and with styling in order to make it fresher.
Okay, all right. So let's do just that. So just for people who are completely new to the show, this is our Hacker News Reader app, which is very simple in functionality. You have, this is actually, since last episode, this is actually talking to the Hacker News API proper. So these are new things coming from Hacker News.
Oh, that's great.
And you get the news stories, the top stories, and you can open this in, I'm not going to do that, but because I don't know what these articles are, but you can open it in your web browser, and that's basically it. We're not going to make anything, like no new features, I think, right? We'll just like keep this with this kind of functionality. Maybe like unless you hate this, we could just keep this opening like this. Maybe?
Oh yeah, no, I think that's great. Yeah.
And then, maybe we can make it even nicer looking.
So where I start, I'm not a designer, I am an engineer, but I know that there are a lot of resources out there on our website, on material.io, for both designers and developers to have inspiration and tools in order to help with design. So when I need to redo something on my own, that's where I start in order to get some inspiration and some existing designs that designers have spent their time.
So you're saying material.io.
Yeah.
And okay. So what do you do here?
So if I was just coming in to get documentation about any of the tools I was using, I'd go to develop. But since today we're worrying about design, I'd click on design.
My internet is slow today. Okay. Just me.
So this is essentially what we call the material guidelines, which is the breadth of knowledge and opinion that we've put together with research over the years that keeps apps looking consistent and usable and beautiful. And one of the things we've done recently is put under material studies some hypothetical apps that look like something somebody would find from another company, not Google, so that you can get an idea of what options are out there for styling and theming your apps.
Nice. So, okay, so let's go with Basil, maybe. And then you can tell us, that's nice. All right, so this is like for people who are like, who don't know where to start with material design, and this will give them some kind of a framework.
So this is taking all the things that we have in the guidelines and actually putting them to use in one place and kind of showing you step by step all the different values that got us there. So if you go down to color, you'll see the palette there it is, keep going down. This is the color scheme that the
Ooh.
designer came up with. This is a food app, so it's inspired by pesto, literally. And then if you keep going down to typography, you can see the different typefaces that were chosen for this.
Right.
And there's iconography and motion and other cool things there.
Nice.
And so we have this for several different apps.
Right. Which of those apps? So this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different apps. Which one is most similar to this, you think?
I think one of the ones that might be very similar is Fortnightly. It's a newspaper app.
Yeah.
It's a very similar idea, serving content, lots of text being very important.
Right.
And also kind of getting out of the way of the content since there's so much. You know, when you have a lot of text on the screen, that's work for the eye and kind of work for the person who's using it to try to consume. So this puts that in the front and spends time on the information architecture and space around the text as necessary to make it more readable and consumable.
Hi,
So
I like
that's a
that.
good one.
Yeah.
Another one that might be good is Reply.
Reply.
This one's an email or message creator, but obviously it's not about the functionality. It's about like, does this show the same similar things, which is text again? You know, we're showing text and this is text. So this kind of comes at it from a text-heavy angle.
Right.
And then if we wanted to get really wacky for some reason, probably the most fun one is Owl.
Yeah, I think I remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, this one's
that's
got
funny.
the bright colors. This one is a study in super bold design choices, and then also what I call scoped theming, where you can see here on this screen that the personalized flow is based on yellow, the browse flow is based on blue, the learn flow is based on red, which is just this cool idea that if you have a multi-featured app that does several different things, maybe you can use theming to help people, have an even a better ground to where they are based on, a context.
I like it. Yeah. So what do you think about Flutter Hacker News? Do we want to do something wacky or more like the Fortnightly?
Well, if we started with Fortnightly, we can try more than one. I mean, that's the
true.
great thing
Wow.
about Flutter is it moves so fast.
Right.
You can check your choices.
So okay, let's get. So where do we start? Where do we start here? So we basically this is the whole code of the app because the rest is just different classes like serializers and stuff like this. So we can just start here and I guess play with this theme data.
Exactly.
Right?
So every material app takes theme data in the theme field, and in there, that's where you can set all your things having to do with your color scheme and with the text theme that you will have, button theme, which is of course how your buttons will be styled. So yeah, if we take a look at theme data and its fields,
Right.
see how many that was?
Yeah.
There's a lot there.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can start changing these to some of the values that we see on, from the study site. Yeah.
Right.
It might be good to start with Owl
Really?
because then
Okay.
we'll really be able to see the changes quickly.
So
So you can get some hex values down in the color section.
all right. So I mean, we kind of have to work around, I think, the Hacker News orange. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well,
We can. That's okay. Yeah. Let's do with the designers.
I'll
work.
never know.
So, primary swatch.
Yeah, the primary swatch is it's a color that's then also applied sometimes through a darker use of it. So that's how we get that thing in the app bar where the status bar is darker than
Right.
what's beneath it.
So,
So what do you think? The yellow section, the red section, or the blue section would be a good one to start with?
I like the yellow.
Let's start with yellow.
Yeah. So I just say this guy. F. What can I?
For the swatch, you might not be able to put a hex value in there. I believe you have to send
Right.
in
More
a
than-
material color type or something like that, which is actually a collection of colors. So it'd probably be better just to get rid of primary swatch and start with
Right.
the primary color.
Primary color is and I don't know. Is there a copyable?
No,
No.
you just read it to you. So FFDE03,
FFDE03.
and then FF again for the alpha.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Where's the alpha at the start? Well, we'll find out. Alpha must be at the start.
Right. That's also good, by the way. All
There
right.
we go.
Nice.
Yellow.
So, I thought. So, do we want to have it like this, or like they have it at the background? Like everything is yellow like this.
Yeah, so that would be, let's see, I forget which color is the background for a scaffold. Does this list view have any color set on it, or is this
I
just the
don't think so.
default?
Yeah, it's the default. So can we do like a background color
Try background color.
and do something like this?
No, that's not it.
Let me see if we don't. Do we have color here somewhere? No.
Let's look into theme data and see if it's obvious from the names of the fields. There's a lot of them. There we go. That might be the one right there. Scaffold, background, color.
See? That's awesome. Okay, so.
All right.
All right.
Already starting to look more like owl.
Yeah.
Definitely more owly.
Uh-huh. So what do we do with the top?
So let's see if there's any inspiration back in the study.
True.
Doesn't look like they use an app bar in that part of the app. So
We also don't need to. Like it doesn't do anything really important.
what's that Y button for?
That's not a button. That's just an icon that flashes. That was one of our thing that
Oh,
it
yeah?
flashes when you load. But like nobody notices. So I think we can kind of get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, so one of the things that I've seen a lot of people do when they don't want a very defined app bar is to color the app bar the same color as the background and remove its elevation so that you still get the functionality of an app bar, which is having
Ah.
the title without having to have it be so pronounced.
So that would be a primary color with the same color. So now, just for the sake of, so this would be our const primary color is this.
Always a good idea, best practice.
Oh, maybe static. And then, so that's primary color, and that's primary color, and then we don't need this. Okay.
Awesome.
And then you're saying app bar now doesn't have elevation. 0. Ooh, interesting.
So that's
Yeah.
a very iOS paradigm, the idea of not having a shadow.
Right. Yeah, why not? Now I want to like have it left aligned with the rest. Do you see it?
Well, if we get rid of the leading, what
Right.
will happen to the title? Will it move over? Because you said we don't need it.
Yeah.
Close. That would drive me insane, though.
I mean, let's not maybe. I don't know.
Well, IRL.
Do we really want that though?
Oh no, it might. If we, I think on Owl they instead of having an app bar, have a really cool title with an image at the top. It's their logo lockup essentially
Right.
at the top.
Yeah. I saw that. So this right. So we could just. I still want to have it like aligned. Is that just me or?
No, it's not just you.
Yeah. Okay. So can we left align it? Maybe? Just by ear?
Maybe. So what's going on inside the app bar is probably harder to change than what's going on inside your list view. Do you have padding going on inside of these widgets?
Yeah, I think all is default. So we have a list view build item. That's that is a padding.
I bet it's 8.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. No,
No.
no. 6.
4.
4.
That's it.
All right.
And then the way you can double check this is with the inspector.
Tell me.
Because if you highlight either of those, a line will draw around it, and then that'll give your eye an easier way to focus down to see if that line in your imagination kind of goes down to the next.
Right. I haven't used the inspector in a while.
See that one that kind of looks like the X-Men logo?
Right.
Yeah. Click that, and then you can click into any of the things on the screen in the simulator, in the emulator.
No, this is not an emulator. That's the thing. There's
Oh, it's over here?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, you just use your finger. That's also free.
Okay, so this is really just 4 pixels?
Obviously, it's 4 pixels on top of some default.
Right.
Because
Gotcha.
if we click outside, it's just a little bit hard because my finger's so chunky.
Right.
Oh, sorry. No, I have to hit the thing again.
Okay, so let me do that. Yeah. No?
Okay, yeah. So it's wrapped in a padding.
All right.
See, so that's not your padding.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a padding that you get for free from. What's the
Safe area. Uh-huh.
Oh, from Safe Area.
Yeah. All right.
Which is great because that means you can trust it.
Right. Good. That's awesome. So okay, so we have this. I already like this. Let's not do that now. So are we kind of maybe make this like maybe the list styles should be a little more padded?
Yeah, I thought it was good on top.
Yeah. On top. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, the vertical padding was good.
right. So
you can do that.
symmetric.
Yeah.
Okay. So the horizontal is 4 and vertical is 16.
It was 16.
Now I think it might be even less, like 8. What do you think?
12. We do things in 4s.
Oh, okay.
That feels right for
Right.
some reason.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I trust
And
you.
that's one of the lessons we got from Fortnightly and Replies, giving space to the words, because we don't. One of the things that we've learned is that if you if you read a pictographic text like most Chinese glyph sets and Japanese, and you can take much denser text and still be able to comprehend it quickly. But we, being based on Latin characters, end up reading these things out phonetically in our heads.
Uh-huh.
So if too much is going on, then we can't follow the line and with
Right.
our eyes in order to read it out loud. So that's why we prefer speaking English, more space around these words. But if you were doing this in Chinese, you could go ahead and bring that all the way in and try to put as many characters as you want on the page. And that might be preferred by your users.
Interesting. That's good. No. So okay, so we have this now. Now, what about this bottom bar? Do we want to?
Yeah, it's not doing much right now.
Should I just make it black?
Black would be cool. I mean, we're just playing now anyway. I mean,
Yeah. So I saw a bottom bar color, so we can just do black.
well, that's bottom app bar. This is a tab bar.
Ah, that's true. Okay. So we need to set it. I think we need to set it somewhere around here. Bottom navigation bar.
Bottom navigation bar. Yeah.
Right.
Or are there no fields inside theme data that refer to bottom navigation bar?
I'm not sure. I assume not. So bottom.
Okay.
So color, fixed color. The color of the selected item on bottom navigation bar is fixed.
Well, it shouldn't be broken in the first place. So theme data.primary color is what it's taking, which is why it's yellow
Yes.
to read there. And then if I don't know where a color is coming from in a widget because theming is involved, I go back to the inspector and look up the tree till I find a theme data that encapsulates it, and then see this is clearly a white or gray, like.
Right. So I just do the whole thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
Probably the stack or the bottom navigation tile is the thing that actually has a
Right.
color. And it may not tell you in there, which is okay because we're just going to keep going up the tree until we find what we're looking for.
So should I go up?
Mm-hmm. Great. So that's the other tile. That's the two tiles. There's a text style, which must be where we're getting the information for
Right.
the text that's in there.
So that's the builder.
Go past that custom paint, 'cause that's the top thing I can see. So it's a piece of material.
Transparency though.
Yeah, so we could find out where material with the type transparency gets its color by default.
Okay.
It's my best guess.
Let's do that.
There might be a better way to do this, and I just don't know.
So do we?
So I do Command O, and that lets me pull up the class that I want to see. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's good to, especially for material, do that because material.dart is also an umbrella header. So if you end up trying to go to the file material.dart, you may end up in the one that has no content for you.
Right. So we need a transparency. Okay. And so where is this used? Oh, many places. Yeah, it looks like it's just transparent, which is weird, right?
Yeah, and so it returns that instead of the other one that has a background color set on it.
So maybe there's something even like.
Maybe there's another way that this is set then.
So let's do this again. Constraint box.
Oh, it looks like it's in it. Was it in another stack?
This.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. You still keep going up.
Oh.
And then, because you see it's all still around
Mhm.
just that area. Okay,
Ah.
now we've left it. So whatever the last thing you hit was before
This
you went
one.
up. Okay.
Ah, okay.
So that is the top widget in this
Right.
branch of the tree that controls the bottom navigation bar.
This is really useful. We're getting like, you know, how do you debug things like this? Oh, color. FA. Maybe.
Maybe. Fa fa fa.
Ha. Can I change it here now?
No, but we could then search through the code base to see where that is. I mean,
But physical model having a color, isn't that weird?
well, physical
know.
model is one of the, if I'm not mistaken, what material is made out of.
Oh, okay.
So since material is the like primitive of all views that we have in the material library, this is the primitive of that.
Right. So I think this might be what we're looking for.
Okay, so the color is being set somewhere.
There's a color here. That's for sure.
But the problem is if it's not part of the API that we have access to in bottom navigation bar, that's not much use to us.
Yeah. Widget animate color? Widget color. Yeah. All right. So where's this?
This might be a Stack Overflow moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you think
What?
I was like teaching? No.
No, wait.
Fishing.
So there's a background color used here. Get background color. How do you get a background color?
Oh.
Material.
Return null.
Theme of context card color or canvas color.
Only if that's your type of material, and ours is transparency.
Well, but no, this is coming from where we're not coming from the a bar. I came here from the other one.
Oh, from
I
bottom.
think, yeah. Let's try either.
Yeah, let's play with the other theme
Canvas.
data values.
Yeah, canvas or card. Okay. Just before we go through the whole Sakura thing. So card color, colors. Yeah, I don't want this anymore. Black.
Not card
Nope.
color, which makes sense. Not like a card,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like a canvas.
Canvas.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Does it look good?
Well, the one thing that we might want to check is the black, which is our kind of our text color, accessible against the yellow? Does it have a high enough contrast ratio?
Ooh.
And so I do that by, there's a website, if you search for it in google.com, it just go contrast ratio.
How was that? Contrast ratio.
I can't teach you how to spell, Philip.
Contrast ratio.
Yeah. And then scroll down, there's like, there it is. Oh, I could have remembered that, contrast that ratio.
So.
So
wow. Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you put one in the background or the other. It's just going to give you the same number because they're
Right.
relative.
And then black.
Yeah, I think you can just type black and it understands it. So
15.7.
that's great.
That's great.
Yeah, just for fun, go to white where black is.
White.
Yeah. So you see, this is a mistake that people make.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
What you want is at least 3, I think, for large text and 4.5 for small text is a good rule of thumb.
Okay. So we're good.
So we're good.
Okay.
Just a good thing to check.
So one thing that we're kind of not that great with is black on black.
Yeah.
So maybe we can fix that. Let's see. So that there was a long odyssey of looking at code and other things using the things that we've shown you before. We basically went to the inspector and saw that the text that we're trying to get not black is here, and that it's defined in bottom navigation tile. So we did bottom navigation tile, and we read the source until Will figured out that it's using the caption theme.
Yeah, it's got a cool color tween, which is a kind of animation that goes between two colors. And it said that one color is the color that we've passed in another place, which ends up being the yellow. And the other one was the one that you get from the text theme of the main theme's caption style.
That's true.
Which makes sense because it's kind of like a caption for the icon or a caption for
yes.
the bottom navigation item.
So, okay. Let's go a couple of... So I just want to maybe make this a little less... Like, this looks like it's selected and it's actually not selected.
Oh, yeah. Try white with an opacity. Like, I think white 87.
White 87?
You don't have to do that. You can just... we have constants for some of them. Like,
white. Oh.
Oh, sorry. Not 87. 54. Try one of those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I like it.
So there's some values in material design that we use a lot, and we have copies of them here, and that's the alpha of 54 on white.
Right. Cool. So we have this. So let's do something about this one, if we can.
The color of that text there?
Well,
or?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this and this, maybe.
Well,
and the text of...
the 810 comments doesn't line up to
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
And what does this button do?
That opens the web browser.
Oh, okay.
And there was like one of the first boring show episodes where we do this. So we can definitely, yeah. So okay, so what we have here is main axis. So it's a row.
It's a row.
It's a row of 2 children, and it's spaced evenly.
Yeah.
So we could do
Start. Let's try start.
Start. Interesting.
That'll bring the comments all the way over to the left.
Yes, but also this.
Too far to the left.
But that's fine. We can have padding.
Yeah, we'll
but
have padding.
do we want the other one on the right? Like if I do space between, we have this. Do we want this?
Not terrible. I mean,
Yeah, that's my bar.
one thing I worry about is you want to make sure that you have 48 by 48 for the hit zone around anything that's going to be touched, and this one brings it pretty close to the other one.
Right.
It might make sense. So if you tap on comments, does that do anything?
No, but
No.
it should. It should.
What do you want it to do?
To maybe open the comments of the, because this one goes to the article, the source article as in Hacker News, but this one shows you the comment, like should show you. We haven't implemented it yet.
Well, I was going to say, I think I could buy if it were pinned to it over here, or if
Okay. Yeah, it can also, like, I'm not married to it being this icon, right? So it could say something. Let's do start.
well, what I think would be perfect is if
Yeah.
you could tap on the title now
Uh-huh.
that it's selected, because it kind of looks like a link, and if
Uh-huh.
that took you out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible,
I don't know how.
but we're using the expansion tile, and let's see what it can do for us. Initially expanded. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it only has that.
Well, IRL, we could wrap the text widget inside a gesture recognizer for tap. Then we might
Yeah, that's
need
true.
to then really know if it's already in its expanded state or not. Well, it depends on what we want the UX to be.
I just I need to check. So
That's cool.
trailing is the trailing is
The expansion indicator.
Right. Okay. Okay. So because of the limited time, let's
Leave
just
it and just
leave it.
align the 810.
Yes. So the whole thing here, we don't need this, by the way. So the whole row
The whole
should
row.
be a padding of.
Did you say 16?
And it's probably symmetric. Horizontal. 16. Sound right?
It's starting to look good. I like that layout already. One thing that's not so great is that the icon is center aligned to that text, and it might make more sense if it were baseline aligned.
Oh, so like cross
I'm
axis
guessing.
alignment, cross baseline?
Maybe. If not, then the bottom one.
What does it say? Cross axis alignment is not baseline. Oh, we need a text baseline.
Oh, well then let's
So-
try just because we're lucky it's Latin, the end. No, because that is that an icon button? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got all
yes.
that padding around it.
Yes,
Never mind, it's fine the way it was before.
right. Maybe we wanna just give it some space, like with I
Yeah.
sometimes do this if I'm lazy. So like
We'll do that.
16.
Oh, that's much better. Now I really feel like I have enough room kind of for my thumb
Right.
or whatever. Well, I mean, most of the time you hit touch stuff with your thumb. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what else? So I don't love the blue, but maybe it's fine.
Well, I think we need to admit that while we've had some fun putting in the owl thing to see the big changes, now might be the time to put them to the values that we from fortnightly, which would be probably more beautiful and pleasing in the long run.
Right. So you want to do
To white.
white back to white.
Yeah. So
So the primary color would be just white.
let's try it.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't hate the black tabs at the bottom either.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to like use a different font maybe, and that would be our finishing thing to do in this episode?
Yeah, we can have a custom font.
Yeah.
Google Fonts has, thousands of them for free.
Fonts, but you can use any TrueType font, right? Or any WAV font, or like basically, you don't need to use Google Fonts. Just is what I'm saying.
Right. No, it's just
Um,
good to know that your font has a proper license for the use you're going to have.
True. And if with Google Fonts you're covered.
It will tell you the license, and
Right.
if I'm not mistaken, almost all of them are okay for use.
So all right. So what should we?
So usually things that are about type have a serif font,
Mm-hmm.
like Times New Roman or something like that.
And by the way, we're not like you're not reading a lot. You're basically reading just the title. So
Yeah.
maybe for this, and maybe we can keep the comments in
In a sans serif, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about headline
Yes,
text.
the headline. So the headline could be something even like a display. So the categories I think is like, so serif is like this, but display are these like weird, like
Oh, those
more,
are fun.
Yeah, those are more fun. So maybe one of those.
Something futuristic if it's hacker news.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We could go with something monospace because it looks like code.
True. Something bold maybe, like
Bold.
the Fortnightly have. Where are they? Fortnightly. Oh, it's not bold.
Well, it's kind of bold.
Right. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, what do you like? Or should I start filtering?
Well, I don't know. I'm no good at shopping. Oh, that one's kind of cool.
This one?
It's all futuristic-y.
Not very readable though.
Not
right?
very readable.
What about this one? No,
That looks like a ransom note.
that's true. This one is very newsy, but really?
To code?
I don't know.
To retro?
We can do that.
Do it. You'll notice it.
Yeah. All right. So I normally I never know how exactly to work with this, but basically
You
I
can
do
hit the
that.
download
Yeah.
button, yeah.
And then it gives me a zip file, and then there's a license, which I don't understand, and then there's the TTF font, and then I just put it inside.
I like
my
to make a
app.
fonts directory if I don't have one already.
Yes. Let me just make this. So
Sibling with lib.
right. New directory fonts, and I'm just gonna
Drag it in.
drag it in. Chook. Yes. Yes. All right, and now we need to go to PubSpec, and now I don't know how to edit.
It's a font.
Right.
But I think it might be top level. Yeah, it's good to look up.
Font. Custom. Some custom fonts. Flutter fonts. I'm just gonna do this. So the family we can actually press start, and it's gonna be in fonts and press start 2p regular TTF, right?
I think so.
And so now we need to close the app and rerun it again.
Yeah, because we're bringing in a new file.
Right. And then just for the title of that, okay, while it's launching.
Well, the great thing is we already started modifying the theme, the text theme.
Right. Oh, you want to do it with a text theme? Okay. I thought I would just like paste it onto.
You can do that too.
Right. But yeah, we can do like that would be a headline, I guess, or
We should know, or we will be
Yeah.
looking for a while.
true. Okay. Let me wait until it's on. Go.
It sounds like it's about to blast off.
Yeah.
I know you call this the boring show. But I've always thought it was more like a soothing sort of show, like a homemaking show.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like inherited model isn't just a great way to pass information through your widget tree. It's also an elegant way to implement material theming. It's a good thing.
Yeah. It's homely. All right, so it looks like it's coming up. Okay. Yep. And now you're asking me, how do we get this rich text?
So I think if we click on text and then look at its or default text style and then its debug label, that's what it is. Subhead.
Subhead. This is subhead, really? All
Well, what do you
Yeah.
think a subhead is?
I don't know. So okay, so subhead is a new text style with a font family of I forgot. Press start.
And if it didn't yell at us,
Whoa.
well, you notice it. I've definitely noticed the change. I bet everybody at home has too.
Yes. No, I like it. Maybe I'll make it a little less huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe what?
12.
Font size, not font weight. Font size 12. No? Was it 12?
Since it's theme, you might have to do a hot restart.
Right. No.
Did that get bigger?
No, it's the same size. I don't know what's
Oh,
happening.
it's new text.
Right.
Maybe.
Why does it not get? Oh, maybe it's overridden by the thing.
Hmm.
But anyway, we don't have. I think we don't have time for another hunt for where it's set up. I think you've definitely made it more memorable app. Thank you for your service, Will.
My pleasure. So I know we're out of time for today. We haven't gotten the app where we want it. It's certainly not in the finished design state, but we have discovered all of the API and the places that we need in order to make some of our most opinionated changes. So, maybe on your own or with the designer, you can then go in and really pick the font that you want, really pick the colors that you want, and now you know how to make it look that way.
Yeah. So and thank you for being with me on the show. What we talked today about is the Material.io site where you can get inspiration for your app and like how to architect it in terms of design. You can. We also talked about basically theming in general. How to, if you don't know how to get, like, how does Flutter get to say that this thing will be like gray? How do you debug that using the Flutter inspector? And then we also implemented new fonts and made, I think the app looks way better than it did before, and it's definitely more custom. Right?
Yeah, and we definitely changed the theme data values ourselves with copy width and also by making some of them explicit. And so these will propagate throughout the whole app.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Thanks.